Okay, what I really love about our European slat system is the ability to tailor support and comfort even years after buying the product. Okay, so here's a quick hack specifically to help relieve hip pressure. So let me show you how that's done on our European slats. This is our box spring replacement. By putting the European slats into a box spring-like product, it can fit in any American bed. The slat system has been around for the last 70, 80 years in Europe, so it's not Mike's pretty good idea, it's been around forever. But we're using it here in Ohio for 16 years, tailoring everybody who walks in. Now, the idea is this: if I lift you by your lower back and by your knees, I can take pressure off of your hips. Most people are just making a mattress softer and softer to reduce hip pressure, but eventually what happens when it hammocks, because it's too soft, they have a pressure on their hips. So the better way to do it is by lifting you by your lower back and by your knees to take pressure off your hips. And for that woman who looks like this, it's essential that the mattress follows the contours of her body. These slats are actually in a rubber fitting, and the way that they contour and rotate allows them to follow the contours of a woman's body. Now, here we've got 2 slats and a rubber fitting. Here we have 3. And when I slide these 2 slats to get these sliders together, I'm utilizing that 3rd slat a little bit more. 3 slats are 50% firmer than 2. Maybe this would be 2.5 slats. So as I'm bringing these closer together, I'm utilizing that completely. First approach is to lift the lower back to take pressure off of the hips. If that is not enough, maybe I just had an 11-pound baby and my hips are trashed. Whatever the situation is, no worries. We can fix that. So here is where my hips would be, right here. This is right above the belt line. This is just a little bit higher. This is right around where the hip ball socket is. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna take these sliders and rotate them 90 degrees and pop them out. If I slid these, intuitively it would be like, well, if I slide these all the way out, that's making it softer, Mike. Yeah, it's making these slats softer, but it's making this fitting, the rubber fitting, the shock absorbing properties of this is gone. It's now solid. So that's actually making this row firmer. So I'll take these all the way out. With the sliders, this is about the softest positioning with the sliders. This takes it back to 2 slats. This is taking it back to 2 slats. What you'll find is if you drop your hips, you're gonna feel more back support at the same time. So this may need to just be backed out a little bit if it feels too aggressive. So, slat setting 202 class, here we are. We're talking about specifically helping to address some hips, and I can target that by addressing row number 3, and this is the extreme by taking these slats out. Also, this is right where your thighs are. Sometimes adding a little support as you've dropped in, maybe you're rolling back a bit too far. I may need to bring in this thigh support to compensate for the lack of pressure on my hips. So now I'm kind of lifting you by their thigh and your lower back to be able to take pressure off your hip. So that's a quick slat hack. The great thing is you've had the mattress for 7, 8 years. We could do this. So the ability to tailor the support right throughout the entire 10 years of a useful life of a mattress, fantastic. So that's our quick hack to take the pressure off of your hips. And especially when we're looking at this hack, we commonly do this for the woman who's had a baby who calls me up 6 months later and says, hey, what can I do for my hips? So a lot of times this is a great way to do that, but for whatever reason. Specific relief, pressure relief, targeted relief for those hips. Sleep well and love your bed.